Hi, hi everybody. Thank you for coming to our session for this Audioversity training session. Today, 11th August. We are happy to. I'm happy to bring to you Yamaha Conference System Solutions. Yeah. Okay. But first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm I'm Aloysius Chow, the sales engineer at Yamaha Music Asia Private Limited. What makes today's session exciting? Anybody wants to make a guess? Well, today I'm sharing with you on Yamaha conferencing system. One of the main objectives I want to establish today is getting you, especially the system integrators, the right approach to satisfy your customers. So sometimes we might get lost over time, busy with our objective to spec in and all, and sometimes we forget about the actual needs. So at times we need to revise and get in line with what the needs of the customer needs. Yes. So I will probably show you one or two common conferencing room setups at the end of this presentation. Okay, let's move on to next slide. Okay, talking about solutions. So today's scope of solutions, we are talking about two types of spaces. Would you like to guess what kind of spaces we are talking about? Some of you might have guessed. Correct. It's huddle room and medium-sized conference room. Why are we talking so much about this topic of conference room, medium size and huddle room? That's because uh, there is a ever increasing demand in the market for this range of conferencing systems. So by saying huddle room, what do I mean by huddle room? Some might call it huddle space. Roughly, is about 2 to 5 people on in a room in a space. Very small. Usually, it's a square room or slightly longer. Yeah, and a medium conference room, slightly bigger. We are talking about more than 5, definitely, and reaching about 8 to 10 packs. Yeah. So, have you ever installed anything for a huddle room or a medium-sized conference room? Let us know when we end this session. But let me move on to sharing with you by bringing you back to basics. Okay, why is good communication important? Why? By hearing, by speech, sometimes even with our eyes we talk. However, we do not have the privilege if there is no visual. But we know one thing for sure, audio is more important. So let's get back to basics. Good communication. How does it improve our conferencing systems, our communication? It improves by the quality of speech. How? When we are talking about the quality of speech, we are talking about the clarity of speech. If someone mumbles, you probably couldn't hear it. If there is static noise, if there is foreign sound all around you, it might mask up your voice too. Secondly, we need to enhance the tone of speech. This is one thing I want to emphasize later part in this session on what the Yamaha YVC series can do for you. After having this quality of speech, what does it do more? It enhances your speech experience. Is it a single way or bi-way? I think it's a two-way communication. If both sides have good conferencing system, I believe the conferencing time will be very enjoyable. Yep. So by having a good system, you'll be more comfortable. You do not drag this conference. You do not tap your fingers during the session, tap your feet, Yeah. So and also sometimes you might also observe that there are some people during the meeting, they have this tendency to go very near to the conferencing system, the mic. They tend to, even when they are so close to the mic, they still shout at it. Why? This is a very strange phenomenon that I have observed over time doing UC. I realize a lot of customers do that, and we have a lot of times we have to tell our customers, please just relax, speak at your normal volume. It takes a while for them to train up. It takes a while for them to get used to it. Yeah. So I don't blame them. The technology wasn't so good until now, of late, and with Yamaha UC, of course, this will make things change for you. So okay, the next thing is also sometimes if the other side cannot hear you, that is also a problem. You will tend to have the other side asking, can you repeat? Can you repeat? I think that is sometimes after a while it gets very, very tiring. Yeah. So I always believe that this ease of speech will not strain your vocal cords, especially if you're a singer and if you are doing sales and even teleconferencing job that requires you to talk the whole day. I believe this matters a lot to you. There's last factor. Is there any last and other factors that you feel that is part of a good communication? Is important? Let me know in your comments. All right. Anyway, I would like to probably bring a point. What I observed, I realize when there is very good equipment, very good network for this conferencing, you realize these companies who invest in them takes pride in their network system. They takes pride in their audio system, in their conferencing system. They make sure these things work well because what they are dealing with is a customer on the other end. So professionalism is one very big factor that they often look into. So by having a good conferencing system, it really gives a good impression of the recipient of Mr. and Miss Prospect on the other end. They feel respected, therefore they feel comfortable with you, they feel the good vibe, and eventually your dream deal is made. Okay, let's move on to some statistics. Okay, did you know that according to the source by Frost and Sullivan, there is an estimated of 33.3 million huddle room spaces, and less than 3% are enabled with video conferencing. I would like you to sit back and think about it. What does that mean? 33 million huddle room space, but less than 3% are enabled with video conferencing. I know the trend is increasing over this COVID period. However, this was the stats in late last year, December 2019 by them. This really speaks of the importance of audio more than video content for conferencing. I mean, if you have a very wonderful video, but you do not have a good speech system, is so you are unable to even conference, unable to bring the message across. Yeah, it's definitely audio is more important. What about other difficulties that customers face? According to Wainhouse research, 52% have issues with huddle room software, and they are unable to hear and face other technical issues. Okay, this also speaks of a few things. Ease of use. Sometimes the connection is too foreign, it's not common, it's too complicated. It requires an IT guy to come in to troubleshoot, to even set it up. That takes a lot of time and causes frustration if this drags too long, if people are not available. The wait is so time wasting because time is money. So the ease of use and is very, very important. In terms of connectivity, like I say, sometimes the medium might be able to plug in easily, but to set it up, it doesn't run so smooth. It's not smart enough. It doesn't integrate with your software well. Then that also is also a very big problem for the end users. Yeah. Okay. However, I am just so thankful that in this age that we are in, we have technology. Of course, technology is such savior. It has helped our lives so much. It has improved our lives. It has really automated a lot of things in our lives. We really cannot run away from it. In fact, we are so dependent on it, and this is why we need to really get things right from the start. So, like I say, how do we solve these issues? Through technology. Yeah. Yes, technology is the aid for us at this age. Okay, so talking about technology, there are so many conferencing systems in the world, but definitely you will see some very common features, very common technology that a conferencing system will employ. Yeah. So let us go to the first one. Okay, automatic gain control. What do you know about automatic gain control? What does the title even suggest to you? Okay, automatic, yes. It runs by itself. And gain control. What does it mean by gain control? So basically, sometimes you really face difficulty talking to the other end because a certain conferencing system is not meant as a conferencing system. They are probably just a mic and a medium over to the other side. Probably using a handheld microphone to conference to the other side, but there's no automatic gain control. So this poses a problem. let's see in the next slide animation that I will try to get you closer to the meaning of this AGC. All right. Okay, we have this fella here talking very softly with a very very soft voice, but with AGC, what does it do? It automatically controls the gain and output through the conferencing system into a very healthy gain level. So is that the only advantage of AGC? Okay, let's move on to the next example. We have this guy again, but apparently he is so used to speaking so loud recently. So he spoke in a loud voice suddenly. But with AGC, what happens? The AGC algorithm helps to control the volume, helps to give a control and adjust to a very good volume, very good gain structure on the other end, sounding pleasing to the other end. So can you imagine without this technology, sometimes some people speak softly, some people speak loudly. If a product is only not meant to cater to different range of voices of different volume, then you have to work for the technology, not technology work for you. So I'm glad AGC is a very common algorithm and technology that is utilized these days. Okay, let's move on to the next common audio technique. Echo cancellation. Oh, what is echo cancellation? Okay, let me demonstrate a negative demonstration through the next animation. So guy A, probably me, I say hello and transmit over the internet with my conferencing system, sends over the cloud to my friend in Australia. Oh, he heard it. Nice. He replies, aloha. And he sends back the cloud. Aloha and hello. Do you just notice that there is a hello in there? That was my message to him and is now reflected back to me. Can you imagine the disaster that it brings? Having to hear two messages at a time? Definitely a disaster. A flat rate for that, man. I'll be wondering what he's trying to say because the message are all messed up together, right? Yep. So Yamaha have our own echo cancellation. We call it AEC, Adaptive Echo Canceller. So basically what it does is actively listens and adaptively pick up the echo from the other end and cancels it away from the recipient from the other end of the call. This way, it reduces confusion and there is and there is less frustration involved, less confusion. Okay, let's move on to a positive demonstration for echo cancellation, shall we? Okay, that's me again. Ooh. Hello. Sends to the internet, to the cloud. My friend, Australia, listens and hears my hello and replies aloha. And after that, it sends back. Oh, this time we didn't hear any hello message from what I'm talking, what I've sent my message, which was a hello. So this is definitely a good demonstration, right? So Yamaha does have our own adaptive echo cancellation, the adaptive echo cancellation. However, from my personal experience, I have felt that there is a great difference in terms of the Yamaha technology into it. It is adaptive, not just being an echo cancellation, it's adaptive. So it has a higher precision echo calculation technology that is working while you're talking. So the Yamaha UC system keep calculating while you're using it. So it actively adapts to the environment, the echo that is brought over to in speech through the Yamaha system, conversing system. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next common audio techniques. Okay. I will show you I will proceed to show you the animation first. Perhaps you can guess along the way what technology this is. Anyone manage to guess? Anyway, the answer is there. Okay, noise reduction. Okay, let's just go back. So what just happened? Basically, what kind of noise are we talking about? Usually when we are using what that customers face and we face during using a conferencing system sometimes. Sometimes it's not the device, sometimes it's due to the environment because we cannot help things that happen around us. There is always constantly things that we are using, like a fluorescent light. Thank God that now most of us are using LEDs. It used to be days where in my old house there is the fluorescent light. I can literally hear the noise. I'm sure some of you experienced that too, right? What about during this period working from home? Maybe your aircon at home is not as good as the one in the office, which is frequently maintained. Yeah. So sometimes you hear this low humming from this air conditioning. Yeah. Perhaps sometimes you might also if you live on the lower floor, you also realize the sounds from big trucks when they pass by, they create this vibration, you know, this low hum, causing this low hum. Yeah, these are all kind of the noise that we get. Yeah. So what I've shown you here is if there is no noise reduction applied to it. So these two guys are just conferencing with each other. The sound from the projector, the big trucks, goes through into the conversation. Yeah. There's a no. We do not want that kind of noise. By hearing all this noise, sometimes we'll be very confused. What exactly was he talking about? Which point was he at? I'm lost. Yeah, so it's a no, man. Okay. Now let's move on to a positive demonstration. I like it positive. So if we apply noise reduction, okay, this time these two guys apply noise reduction on the conferencing system. The signal, the signal gets cut off by this noise reduction. However, there is, talking about noise reduction, I realized there's a big difference with Yamaha noise reduction, NR, I call it NR. Is slightly more advanced. Why do I say that? Because a lot of times our speech, most conferencing system will chop off the frequencies that are not needed, like the lower frequencies and the much higher frequencies, so that this spectrum of speech to 3K is meant for speech only. So most of them will use this technique as a noise reduction. However, Yamaha's NR is more advanced. Yamaha NR detects all this constant noise. Okay, the point is constant. So if I have if someone is humming a sound, I don't know if you can hear it on your side. Yeah, then this sound gets picked up, and Yamaha UC system will calculate and recognize this constant sound, and thereafter then it will take note of this, and with a technology we call HVAC, which I will explain to you later, it will identify the voice and then take out this noise from the conversation. So I always enjoy what I'm using with my conferencing system, the Yamaha UC system. In fact, now I'm using the YBC 200 as my main mic. You don't believe? So this is the Yamaha YBC 200. I'm using it as my mic today. Yeah. Okay. Enough of the common technology and techniques that most conference systems use. What about Yamaha's own unique audio techniques? Perhaps not many people have shared with you, but today I'm going to share it with you. So what happens now? You can make a guess. Okay, maybe I'll restart again. This guy says hello, and his voice just bounced off the wall. So what happens? You hear many echoes of many reflections of this hello. Not very clear. So after that, it's being sent out to the person on the other end. The guy on the other end will be like wondering, what's he trying to do? Is he in the toilet? Not very professional, right? This is why I say a good conferencing system really brings out a professional look to you. So this is Yamaha's technology, the reverberation suppressor, or they sometimes call it de-reverberation. Alright? Okay, let's apply this de-reverberation technique, Yamaha's de-reverberation technique, into this conversation. So even though it bounces off, no doubt, yes, you get all this reverberation. But with Yamaha's reverberation suppressor, okay, through our DSP, our very powerful DSP, what happens? The original message was retained. Okay, this is one very unique feature that I have not seen any product in the market has. So I hope you take note of it, and if you meet your customers, if you yourself are listening as a end user, you're interested in Yamaha conferencing system, talk to me. I will share more with you. Alright, a good message for it. Okay, I was talking about HVAD. So what is HVAD? Anybody wanna guess? I got a clue for you. Human something detection. Human something detection. Anybody manage to guess it? Okay, so that basically is Yamaha's very is it proprietary? Yeah, human voice activity detection. So it's uniquely Yamaha. So what it does, basically it distinguishes the human voice over noise. So I was talking about noise reduction earlier. So this human voice activity recognize the human voice first, and a lot of times there are a lot of conferencing system. Very commonly they use omnidirectional mic. It means a mic that can capture from a 360 degrees scope, so everybody around the conferencing system can hear. But however, if they do not have this human voice activity detection, HVAD, what happens if people if there are other noises, if there are other sounds, like maybe my mouse, maybe someone tapping the table, maybe someone rubbing the carpet. So what is essential is our human voice that needs to be brought across to the other end. So this is one thing that Yamaha has achieved very successfully. So it detects the activity of the voice together using the NR. So I like to move on to HVAC with AGC. So I think that was spelling error. Should be HVAD. Okay, so this is a negative demonstration anyway. So if there is no HVAC and there is no AGC, what happens on the other end? Oh my god, it's gonna be noisy, right? It's noisy, and without automatic gain control, you got to strain your voice even louder than the noise, that foreign noise that is around you. Oh, I think that is very, very, very tiring. Yeah. Yeah, noisy. Okay. Why Yamaha UC? Because Yamaha UC is simple. It's simple to use. It's reliable. Yamaha has been known for reliability of products, even down to the parts. Many stages. If you know about Yamaha's long history, you know Yamaha is a is a company that produce materials, and if a material fails even at the very start of it, the end of the chain would fail because of the initial start. So this is one thing I enjoy being in Yamaha, working with Yamaha, because the number of cases of failure is so low that I hardly need to even talk about it. I can't even remember. It's so low that yeah, it's just so low. Yeah. So Yamaha really stands for reliability, and as much as Yamaha's prices are very affordable and average, the quality of the Yamaha products are really, really good. I often find that a lot of times it should be priced higher, but Yamaha brought it down so that it's more available to the average people to afford, and everybody can have a good share of good technology. You know, it's like giving back to society in a way to improve the world. Yeah. So I have a diagram that I showed. This is a Yamaha YVC 1000. My personal favorite. I would call it 100% heat for this this Yamaha UC system. Um, uh, you can ignore that this is YVC 1000. It can be other Yamaha UC products. It can be Yamaha's YVC 200 or a Yamaha composite system. You know what is unique about this Yamaha UC system is from my angle, if I look at this picture, I can see it has a function of mixer. Um, why do I say that? Okay, let's just take a deep look into it. Okay, you see, it's a USB connection to a PC, and then this goes out to the internet to the other end for web conference, and at the same time, you can connect probably a smartphone on a call to another phone on the other end as a audio conferencing talk as a system. And then this system can output to any video conferencing system, pair with any video conferencing system of your choice, and then use it together with Yamaha YVC 1000. I why I would say it feels like a mixer to me, because a lot of people didn't know that while you are running this web conferencing system through the PC, you also can use your smartphone to do a call at the same time together concurrently. So what do I mean? Let me give you a scenario. If I'm having a meeting today, and the my head of Yamaha is probably busy on the move, but he has a Yamaha UC system, a portable Yamaha UC system, and he wants to conference with us. So what I can do, everybody is logged in through probably a software like Zoom or MS Teams, yeah, on their PC, while I have a YVC 1000. So with my phone, I dial my head of Japan boss over there. Then over there, he can join together with us in this same call, just through Bluetooth. So that is what I really like about this Yamaha UC system. Because we come from a company that works with musicians, and are very popular for our mixes, this mentality has also came into the picture with the YVC systems. It's personally one of my favorite feature. I personally feel that it's uniquely Yamaha. Yep. I hope this will also open up ideas for your customers and telling them of this unique feature. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So what's available with in Singapore? The Yamaha UC system. Okay. Basically, we have all these systems over here. All right. Anybody see anything new here? Anybody have ever tried our system? If you haven't, please do contact us. I will be keen to do a demonstration for you and also POC at your site. We always have demo units over here at Yamaha. Yeah. So over here, probably most of you have seen some of our Yamaha UC products, and find this unit very familiar, but have never seen these blue lights before. I shall share with you later what are the changes to this Yamaha UC system. So basically, let me name the models for you first. All right. So yeah, over here you can see the Yamaha YVC 200 being used in a very small setup. So the beautiful thing about this is this YVC 200 that I'm also using now comes with a built-in battery. I was told the standby time is 30 hours. Operational hours is about 6 to 8 hours, and you can. I've tried different means of connection. One of my favorite is using a USB to my laptop. So I can when my office have a MS team meeting, I can have my conversation through here, my meeting through here, and I also have my handphone connected using Bluetooth. So whenever someone call me via WhatsApp or via my cellular line, it rings from here. I do not need to strain to talk. I can just use this central unit to talk, and I also conveniently use it as my portable speaker. As much as meant for speech, it has a decent musicality to it. Yeah. I find very portable. It's about the size of my hand, just so small. Yeah. One thing unique you can see over here is this vent. This vent here. Test. So this vent, because it's meant for a smaller group, this is the only unit in the Yamaha YVC system, Yamaha UC system, that does not come with reverberation suppressor. Because it's very basic. I have colleagues who use it with his handphone, putting it on the dashboard of his car when he's driving. Really useful because, as I say, Yamaha UC system has a noise reduction system, so it can detect constant noise even if you wind down your window to drive. The constant noise of the wind is being cut off. So we didn't realize until we tried it out. Another incident we tried is by accident. Our customer came to our place and it was raining. They wanted to test the Bluetooth connectivity, and they actually went out of our office to try. And it was a rainy day. At first, they were hearing the rain. We are on the other side of the call. We hear the rain, and after about 4 to 5 seconds, it suddenly the volume went up and suddenly it cut off. So this is, we can literally see and hear what this Yamaha UC system, the technology within it that is working for us. So I'm interested for more people to come and try our system and see how it can help you. Yeah. So the next, over here you can also see people using iPad to converse. If you do not, in case you do not bring, if you never bring your cable, you can Bluetooth to your iPad, to your laptop, and also use it via Bluetooth. It will work too. Alright. It has a port for earphones if you want to have privacy. You do not want people around you to hear what the other end is talking. You can use that too. Sometimes I use it in that way. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to YVC 330. Why did I pause to say 330? Because previously we had the previous version called the YVC 300. However, we have sold out all in Singapore. Even before the YVC 300 came to Singapore, we have such a big inquiry for YVC 300 because of one main feature. The best selling point of this system was shared by my customer. They actually messaged us through Facebook, our Yamaha CA Facebook, asking if, are y'all already selling YVC 330? I want a copy of it. I want a unit of it. Basically, what happened is is during this COVID period, everybody is working from home. But having a conferencing system, yes, it captures a certain area, but sometimes even if you close the door, your kids are maybe running and shouting, or maybe someone is playing mahjong, your family is playing mahjong. These are all foreign external noise. What this customer saw over YouTube, he saw a review by Winehouse review, I think. What the video explains how this technology of the YVC 300 called sound cap. So if you see over at my mouse here, there's this mic and this volume down button. When you press this together, it activates the sound cap. So what happens is, usually the YVC 330 can capture a wider area, but it's now stringed down to a smaller circumference. So this really helps to reduce the noise around him. So he has, ever since he bought it, he was very thankful that Yamaha came out with this technology. He could really work it, use this to work from home. Another feature in terms of the build of this Yamaha YVC330, you might realize that there are three microphones around this system because it's a triangle. They are actually suspended in midair together with the speaker. Yamaha have designed it this way very cleverly, very clever design, because they were saying that this helps to reduce the noise when, especially if you have accidental bumps on the table, if there are some vibrations that travels probably across the road, truck. So this stabilize the speaker to reduce the noise. So this is a very clever design. I as an engineer, I find it very brilliant that they even have thought of this feature into this YVC330. Okay, this YVC330 is bigger. It's also connected by USB mini cable. Another feature is that some people are starting to explore is they like the YVC3300, but they want to use this same format to a even larger space. Yes, you can do it. The maximum you can connect two units together via 3.5 TRS cable. In fact, it's available if you want to buy it. Do let us know if you have an interest on the YVC330 after hearing this. Okay, the YVC1000. I've shared with you so much about this earlier. However, I haven't tell you more about this unit. Basically, this base unit over here is the DSP and also the speaker. One unique feature of this, if you can see close enough, there's a tuning fork over here. Okay, what this tuning fork does, if you press on it, it will play back this white noise. And if you connect to external speakers over here, if you have external speakers connected to here, you can even it will play out a spectrum frequency sweep. So what it does is it sends out a signal, bounce it back to the microphone, and then it studies the environment to reduce the echo and reverberation in this conferencing space. So this is the only product in the whole Yamaha UC range in Singapore that has this feature. But a lot of people will start asking, do I need to do it every time? If you have left it there already, you do not need to move. If you do not move it around, you do not need to recalibrate again, because this is only just an initial speed up to the study of the environment. The YVC1000 doesn't stop there. It continues to calculate to hear the environment and readjust based on the number of people, the echo, the foreign noises that comes in, constantly adapting to the environment. So Yamaha's system is very adaptive. All right. Yes, you are seeing this RJ45 connectors. Yes, the microphones are connected by RJ45. In fact, it comes with this base unit and a speaker and one microphone and one, I think is a 3-meter cable, 3-meter RJ45 cable. But maximum you can add to 5 units. So we are talking about medium size room of about 12 people. If you have we have tested with a room with a very good acoustically treated place environment. you can even utilize it for maybe up to 16. So far, we have tried and with good success. Okay, if you have noticed, Yamaha, I will have also mentioned that Yamaha UC system have Bluetooth. Other than Bluetooth, there's another Bluetooth technology that all Yamaha UC system have. That is, it has a NFC connectivity. Why do we need that? Okay, the reason came when we were doing a trade. We were showcasing our Yamaha UC system during a trade show in Suntec. I think it was Broadcast Asia. There were so many technology going on. There is so many devices going on. Everybody is connecting through Bluetooth, through Wi-Fi, RF. Especially if you're talking about just Bluetooth alone, so many devices in just one venue. It was so hard to connect to any Bluetooth devices around. But thanks to the NFC, because it has an NFC on it, when I get close to it, it recognizes it and easily connects to it. So this really solves the problem of our age having many Bluetooth enabled devices these days through communication. Yeah. I see it as a very useful feature, so future proof, so thought after for us. Good, it is really a good design in my opinion. Okay, perhaps let me switch over to share with you in terms of how many people, how the coverage of this Yamaha UC system works. Let me switch the screen. Okay, so over here we have all the 4 devices. I haven't shared on the CS700. So the CS700 is a video bar. It has 2. Okay, maybe I can zoom it out a bit. Okay, it has, if you look closely, it has 2 tweeters, small tweeters over here, and 2 mid woofers. Okay, and it has also a camera. The camera covers 120 degrees wide, and it's now Zoom certified. It's a Zoom certified device. It was previously, was it? Yeah, it's Zoom certified. It's Zoom certified, correct? Yeah. This buttons over here is similar to the other Yamaha UC system, but I like this buttons the most because these buttons are touch sensitive. You do not need to press on it, so it reduces wear and tear. Yeah. There is a cover for to cover it if you want to. So if people who do not feel safe having a soft cover, in a soft switch to close the camera, you have a physical option to keep you at ease. Yeah. I was talking about these 2 mid woofers, right? Basically, the technology I have used on this CS700, it does its processing slightly slower than the YVC 1000 because it has the video portion to balance the load. But once there is a new noise introduced, you realize it will cut off the noise, and then after that you will hear the sound being played from the tweeter. Then slowly the voice will return back to a very more mid-range, more balanced sound. If you realize a lot of conferencing system, I feel is very jarring to the ear, because every time we hear, if you cannot hear, it jacks up the volume, and it's very jarring because it's so screeching. The high frequencies, it's not very natural, but Yamaha makes it very natural. They have mid woofers to fill the mid range, so you really can feel the the speech frequencies being brought across to you from the other end. So this is one advantage that you have with this CS700. And with this CS700, it has four beaming microphones. Okay, four beaming microphones. So whoever is talking, it captures. So it's a human's voice activity detection. Very smart system we have over here. Initially, this system comes only as a unit itself, but over time, because of customers saying, "Wow, I like this system, but it doesn't cover as much as I want," so Yamaha came out with the external microphone. Initially, the coverage is 3.6 meters from the front. Now with the extended microphone, the XMCS 700, you can extend up to 4.5 meters to the front. So adding more activity, more people involved in the speech. Okay, let's move on to the other products. Okay, the Yamaha YVC 200 is meant for about 1 to 4 people. So basically a small table. Recommended radius is 1 meter, maximum is 2. But I've tried, it really works about more than that if the environment is quiet. Okay, for the YVC 330, yes. Initially, it was meant as a one unit, and then they introduced the TRS cable to daisy chain these two together. Now you can use it even further. So, but one unit itself, recommended radius is 1.5, maximum 3 meters. I think this is a very good coverage. So let's move on to the YVC 1000. 80 to 40 people. So be creative with using the YVC 1000. Some people might put the table across this way, and they will lay the microphones dispersed over this U-shaped table configuration, while there will be some who likes it in maybe all the tables around, and then in the center they will lay the microphones. So it really depends on how you like to set it up. So of course, being the YVC 1000, its radius, recommended radius is already 3 meters. So and maximum at 5 meters. So this is really meant for medium conference room, and also for those who really want superior conferencing quality, but wants to use their preferred or existing camera. They can use this together with it. So basically, having said all this, right, all these Yamaha's UC units that we bring in Singapore are connected via USB alone. So one thing I've experienced with customers, even in customers working in more security type areas, they are worried that you know, every time they need to plug in the IT guy, you have to call the IT guy to key in the password to approve. Apparently, because the Yamaha UC system has been Microsoft certified devices, they bypass this security, and automatically Windows will prompt for the driver, and for Mac, it will work once you plug it in. So it is really very convenient. Yeah. Okay, let me go to let me move on to the next slide. Okay, I've mentioned that I will share about more system examples. It won't take long. Just a few more slides. All right. So with Yamaha UC system, we can, especially with the YVC 1000, we can introduce passive additional speakers. Okay, let me move this on. Okay, we can use the Yamaha VXL speakers. So really sleek looking speakers here. So these are made of 16 or 1-inch speakers. Really small, really slim. Because of its size, its speaker driver size, it doesn't feedback easily because not so much energy is being thrown, but because it is aligned in a column, the sound propagates further. And another strong strength about it is it has a very wide coverage area. So very sleek. It comes in black and white. Very sleek, and you can place it next to your screen. It is very convenient. So we have two versions. VXL, the non-PoE powered version, and yes, we have this. The one you are seeing here is a PoE version where it's being powered by just a single switch alone. Yamaha came out with this switch where you can actually send your audio signal through Dante, and then from this switch it sends out, and also at the same time sends out PoE power, PoE plus power to these speakers to power it up, saving you more rack space. So this really Yamaha, I believe Yamaha came out with this solution because a lot of places the funds have in fact audio and video funds are more of the funds are allocated to the IT department because more and more things are circulating relating with IT. So this was a very smart move by Yamaha, thinking really ahead. Have you seen a PoE speaker so far for conferencing? In fact, this was released quite a while already. Okay, so this is a typical system, VXL system. The VXL over here, the screen. If you have this wide of a conference table, you can employ speakers to it, and then and maybe with an amplifier with a Yamaha processor, you can have some speech privacy on your corridor. This is just one of the example. Okay, what other recommendations do I have other than the VXL system? Of course, there are people who do not want to use amp. They like portability. They want loudspeakers. Of course, we would not recommend very big loudspeakers. I would recommend something between a 5-inch to an 8-inch driver speakers. So the DXR 8 would be good if you have a higher ceiling, and because you have a far throw, the DXR can really serve the purpose. Of course, also even our studio monitors, the MSP5 Studio, can also be used for such system. Being being small and portable. And of course, for those who would like our Yamaha VXS system, you can use it to as it comes with surface mount brackets. These are very useful. It comes in black and white, and very pleasant for conferencing as well. Okay, with that, if you do have any questions, do let us know. Do contact me. I'm Aloysius Chow from Yamaha Music Asia. My email is at Aloysius ALOYSIUS .CHOW at music.yamaha.com. Okay, I repeat again, ALOYSIUS .CHOW at music.yamaha.com. Thank you for your time. I would like to see if anybody have any questions for me. If you have any questions, do drop us a message. We'll see what we can do for you.